All right, welcome back to the channel, Cyborg Pirate, cyborgpirate.com. Today we are going to talk about 5mm dry hoods. So usually the hood that I dive is the 5mm dry hood. Sometimes I do dive a 3mm, but that is rare. As far as wet hoods, that's not something I really dive much. I don't dive wetsuits much, and when I do, I just use the dry hood anyway. So this is going to be specific to the dry hood, which means that we're going to have the shorter neck, not the bib attached to it. That's really the only difference, excuse me, in a 5mm or in a dry hood versus a wet hood. So the first reason that we're going to bring this up is that over the years I've dove a number of different hoods, and I have been dissatisfied with a number of the hoods that I have dove, and so I've been in search of a good quality hood. And I have actually found a couple of them that I like, and that's what we're going to discuss today. So first, let's talk about the Fourth Element hood, which is the one we have right here on the top. Fourth Element, they make some good quality stuff. I really like a lot of their products. I don't dive a whole bunch of them, but I do like what they have. Till it comes to their hoods, and I do like their gloves, but there's some things I don't like about the gloves, and we'll get into that with another discussion. But the Fourth Element hood, it's a nice warm hood. It does work very well keeping your head warm, and it's a very comfortable fit for a non-custom hood. So I wear an extra large in most hoods, and this is an extra large. The problem that I have with this hood, it sells retail for $87. So you're spending money on a hood that you would expect to last. However, I cannot get this hood to last even a part of the season. I dive almost every day, and so diving almost every day, I get a lot of use out of my hoods, which I would expect them to last a significant amount of time. However, as you can see, the neck starts coming apart and tearing open, and it leaves black residue on your neck over time. You can see I've even tried to patch it here at one point, and spending almost $100 on a hood, I want this hood to last a while. You know, I'd at least like to get a season out of it, but I'm not getting that. So I've been very unhappy with the hoods from Fourth Element when it comes to longevity. So by the way, links will be in the description where you can purchase these hoods, depending upon what hood you decide to go with, whatever, and we'll also discuss that. But one thing that I will mention is Fourth Element does make a great product. I'm just not happy with the way those hoods turn out. The next hood, so this is a Bare Sealtek. Now these are the hoods that I dove for a long time, and I did really like these hoods. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore. Bare moved to a different type of hood. We'll talk about that one in just a moment. But the Sealtek was a phenomenal hood. They lasted, they fit well, they were warm. I am a Bare product fan, and I dive a lot of Bare stuff. But unfortunately, if you can't find these in your size, you're not going to get them anywhere because they don't make them anymore. And that's unfortunate. But the Sealtek is a great hood. I really like it. This one's a couple years old. This is actually only a 3mm because I don't have a 5mm anymore. But that's this hood. So this one has lasted me 2 seasons. I haven't done a whole lot of diving in it because I don't wear the 3mm near as much as the 5. But it's a couple years old, and it still looks brand new. This has been a great hood. I really like them. Just something to be aware of. So I'm going to hold this one here as I talk about the Bare Ultra Warmth hood. The Bare Ultra Warmth hood is what replaced the Sealteks. Now, the Bare Ultra Warmth, they are a very warm hood. They don't last even a fraction as long as the Fourth Element hood does. That the neck on those hoods, it tears within 12-15 dives, and it's very frustrating because that hood, the Bare Ultra Warmth, sells at $116 retail. So spending that amount of money on a hood, I would expect that hood to last for years, and it does not. So I'm going to tell you, avoid the Bare Ultra Warmth gloves and hood, which are currently their frontline hoods. Now their wetsuits, Ultra Warmth, don't pass on those. Those are phenomenal. Let's get back to hoods. So the next hood that I'm going to talk about is the YRVA hood. The standard hood retails, 5mm retails for $125. Now, one thing I really like about the YRVA hoods, you can customize them. You can get your name on them. You can get your logo put on them. You can get them in custom colors, which we all know black and red are the colors for the Cyborg Pirate. And so this was a very cool hood to start with. And I liked it. I liked the customization. I liked everything about it. This hood I've had for 2 years now, and it has lasted a good long time. I really like it. The only issue that I've had with this hood at all was the seam started to come apart just a little bit, and that was due to the threading or the stitching. So a friend of mine, she was able to fix that up, and the hood has been fantastic. No issues with this hood at all. I really like it. But you're paying a pretty penny for it. By the time you do the customization of $70 for the custom color, stitching, and name, then with the regular retail price of the standard hood of $125, you're looking at $195 for this hood. It's not cheap. But this hood, you get everything that you paid for. This hood, like I said, is 2 years old. It has a lot of dives on it. The exact number I don't know, but it's well into the triple digits. So great hood, really enjoy it, like the hood, and that's going to move us into the next hood that we're going to talk about. And the reason why I've gone to that hood over the YRVA is because a friend of mine sells these, and I'm not going to compete with his business selling the same hood that he is. So I'm going to sell a different hood that I'm able to do a little bit more with. Bring in the KO1 hoods. Now the KO1 hood, there's only one distributor in the United States. So that one distributor in the United States, all orders go through D3 Diving. When you order from me, I place that order for you, and we can get this custom hood done for you. The retail price for the standard hood on the KO1 is $130. So it's $5 more than the YRVA for the standard hood. Now, where things change is you can get the custom color, you can get the custom thread, the custom logo, all the color you want, and it's only a $30 upcharge. So your $130 hood is now $160, which is $35 less than the YRVA. Now, I have been diving, not this hood, this one is actually brand new, but I've been diving this hood, and I'm bringing this one in here, one, to tell you that this is the one I've been diving, but two, a little bit about the color patterns on it as well. But this is a phenomenal hood. Love it. It's very warm. It's very durable. It is Japanese neoprene. It has a completely different feel, a very strong feel, and very comfortable feel. And these hoods they fit like no other. I have not had one complaint from any of my customers about this hood and the way it fits. They have all been absolutely shocked by it. So this hood is the hood that we are selling. And again, because we're a custom dive shop, that's what we're after, is the customization. And that's why we've gone to that. Some of the other things that we like about the KO1 hoods versus the YRVA and why we like those. Now, the price options I'm going to talk about, I'm not going to give the prices on this video because they are actually available on the website, and they're just an option that you may or may not want. This particular color pattern is a blue pollock. So the blue pollock is something that you can add to it. You can also add any other colors that you would like to it. The blue was done on this. It kind of looks really cool. The blue itself was not is not my colors of the black and red, but this is a test hood. So I have dove the crap out of this hood and another one, and now I have a number of hoods that I let my divers that dive off, dive or down. I let them test them, wear them, get a feel for them before they actually buy them. You're not going to find another retail store that does that for you. So these hoods sell themselves. They're very cool. The blue pollock on this makes it very identifiable that this is my hood. It's a loaner, and that still has my name, and I don't have the logos on it yet, but I'm going to put those on as well. So the pollock, you can also get whatever country you're from or desire to be in, or where you learn to dive, etc. You can get that flag also placed on your hood. One of my customers, who's a good friend of mine, born and raised in Mexico and lives in the U.S. and loves both countries and travels back and forth quite a bit. He's got the U.S. flag and the Mexican flag on his with the red, green, and white pollock on it. So again, looks really cool, and a lot of different options you can do. So these are the KO1 hoods. You can get these on cyborgpirate.com, which is my online store, and give us a call. We can place that custom order for you and get it out to you. Turnaround time is anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks because they are made in Italy with the Japanese neoprene. So we place those orders and we get those in. It takes about a month to get them, sometimes 6 weeks, just depending upon processing time. So again, thanks for checking us out. Cyborg Pirate, cyborgpirate.com, and these are available on our retail store. Thanks for checking us out. Cyborg out.